So this video is going to be, honestly, I was going to say the one mindset that you need to have in order to obtain what you want out of this life. And it all starts with the mind. Now this one, honestly, is going to hit close to the heart. I was supposed to have a baby brother, but my parents had a miscarriage growing up. So I grew up as an only child, and ever since I've been blessed with this whole platform of social media, and I've had the blessing to be able to, in a sense, mentor or motivate some of you guys, I felt like a big brother to a lot of y'all, because a lot of you guys who follow me and watch my stuff, 13 to 23, I feel like you guys are younger brothers to me. And I really do mean that. If you guys know me, I've always tried to make myself feel reachable through the amount of meet and greets that I hold that I literally get nothing for, or just answering DMs. I've always tried to fill that role of feeling the need to influence in a positive way, as almost if you were my own brother. And although I am still pretty young, 24, I went through a whole lot of stuff in all aspects of life. I feel like I have basically went through what most people go through in their first 30 to 40 years of life. I've already went through at 24, and I'm in a really good position in life to where I feel like I can now speak on certain things. When you think about it, everything begins with an initial thought, and then the more you meditate on that thought and you implement that thought into action, and then results come from it. Every invention began with a thought. Everything begins with a thought. When I started my social media journey, it was just me working out. And it began with the thought where my manager really gave me the thought to start filming my workouts. And then I grabbed my GoPro, brought it to my little home gym in the basement, started filming. But all of what I have here today, the blessings that I have, being able to retire my dad, I bought him a Rolex for Christmas, literally living my, in a sense, dream life, whatever. All of this began with a thought, and then nurturing that thought, giving it to God, and it's been blessed. Now everybody's, concept of what success is different in everybody's eyes. For me, when I think of an ideal successful life, I think of me on a land with like some farmland with some four-wheelers, a big nice garage with like my dream cars in it, my family. I already have a beautiful, I'm gonna call her my wife, right? I want to have a family with her, and to me the family is what my ideal like success in life is. When I can have that family that I feel like I personally did not have. My parents divorced, so I had a messy household growing up, but when I always see what I really want in life, I think of like sit down family dinners, Christmases with family. That's all I want. That's gonna be my success, and maybe a fun car or two. So I feel like it's key to start that thought, because this is what's going to motivate you over time, is going to be that vision of where you feel like you'll hit that success at. That's what's going to fuel you. I always recommend writing that down. What does that life look like where you feel like you can sit back and say, I made it, or I'm successful now? To me, I wanted to provide my family the financial freedom to live a life that they would love, where I could be retired at a very young age, spend time with my wife and with my kids throughout my late 20s to 30s and all. One of the things that I hate about society today, specifically the educational system, is that they like to prepare you to not fail. And then when you do fail, rather than give you a chance to make it back after learning, they punish you for it, and then they scare you to fail again. Biggest teacher in life throughout everything is failing. I have learned more from failing than I've learned from any amount of schooling that I've had. And I'm not gonna say I was a good student in school. I had a 4.17 GPA, 1300 SAT score. I was an above average student. I think it was all a bunch of just wasted effort and time, because failure and actually putting into work actions and making decisions, big decisions when they were hard to make, and learning from those decisions, allowing me to make a better one next time because I learned from my wrong decision, that has been the greatest teacher in life. You will remember your failures. My manager always told me this: the worst decision is indecision. If you just sit there making no decisions when a difficult one comes up, you just are afraid to make the wrong one, the one who's willing to take action and risk even making the wrong decision is going to get further ahead of you over time. Because when you think about it, even if I make the wrong decision, I still come out better than if I made no decisions, because I came out smarter. Nothing is really good or bad. It's all about how you perceive something. When you look at life through a very opportunity-based lens, you're able to see things a little bit differently. Rather than when a problem comes your way or a hurdle, then get all down about it or just complain. When you see it as an opportunity and you go about it from a happy point of view, it's all about how you perceive the bad things. When you perceive them in a positive way, you're able to get back on track quicker. I've had times in my life where I have had a bad thing happen to me, but the way I was perceiving it was what was limiting me. And if I would have seen it for what it really was, as a little rock in the road and not really at the end of the world, I could have gotten back on track, onto my grind quicker, and probably been further in life. Bro, I've had so many DMs, people telling me, I'm going through like the worst breakup right now. I wanted to marry her, she's the love of my life. And then you end up getting down bad and depressed for 4 to 6 months. And what you really should be doing is getting back on your shit, making sure that you're hustling and getting the life that you want to get with the other person, whatever it might be. No one's going to feel bad for you. The only one who can fix that situation is you getting up, taking action, and doing something better with your life. You're always in control of your actions. You're not always in control of your emotions. When I started this whole social media thing and I started realizing that it was a way for me to potentially make money, being the person that I am, I naturally just had a way to try to make sure that I optimized everything that I was doing in a way that was going to set me up for a successful life and allow me to have longevity, because this stuff can come and go. You never know. From the get-go, I was always really good at that through developing stuff like my clothing brand, workout programs, my inner circle. Like, I've always been good to not be lazy. A lot of other people, even in this industry itself, tend to be lazy. It's all about becoming a better person and not being lazy, not being content, and making sure that you set up your life for success. So know that whatever avenue you are in life, don't ever get comfortable. Make sure that you are using your time always to become better, because you never know when something can change. So that's why I say you can't be lazy. You shouldn't get, comfortable in a situation or an environment just because you're doing a lot better, because that's just a recipe for failure if something was to go bad. So I've never been lazy with it. I always made sure to optimize everything that I was doing, take the blessing and to make it way bigger. But yeah, I'm just here to living proof to tell you guys, anybody can make it in life. It doesn't have to be, I'm not gonna say social media is gonna be the way it was for me, but anybody, bro. I remember, dude, being in my friend's hot tub. We were talking about life, what we were gonna do. It was stressful. We were in, community college. She was a year younger than me, and I had no idea what I was going to do in life. I was studying business and I just had no idea where I wanted to go. I remember how I felt in those moments. So I can relate to you guys who probably don't know what you want to do in life, and you are in an environment or a situation where you're kind of stuck. Literally what's crazy is this how much God has blessed my life. 6 months after that is when God was able to start blessing my social media platform, and I ended up taking off where I was able to, drop out of school and all these things. And I never knew that was going to be the life for me, but I can relate because I know how it is, bro. It's scary. Any of you guys can do it, bro. I mean, I'm 24 years old. My dad was able to retire to work for me. Dude, this stuff is obtainable if you do the right things. Dude, I've had so many sleepless nights, me not going to bed till 3, 4 a.m. every single night, because I would make sure every single day, nonstop filming content, going live consistently, going to Starbucks to answer my DMs and my comments for an hour to 2 hours a day on top of all the other stuff. Then I would stream for 2 hours, interact with chat, interact with my Discord, do a Bible study in the Discord. Then that ended at midnight. Then I would stay up for 3 hours, edit my YouTube video to upload the next day. I did that every day for a long time, and it has turned out great for me. I don't have to do that anymore because I pay people to do it. But that was what the hustle was at the start. So have that mentality always, bro. Anybody could do this stuff. I'm telling you, if you guys can go check out Elysium, support my clothing brand, or check out the Inner Circle. We're adding some new things in there. If you don't know what the Inner Circle is, it's my private inner community group. We have a low ticket option too, that we're trying to make it affordable for everybody. So we have different tiers. If you want to see what you will best fit into, check it out.
When you say my name is so when you say my name is when you say my name is so good.
Been busy all morning. Had to go to the DMV, change my residency over from Maryland to Florida. So I'm now a Floridian, finally. And it's not even been 2 hours. I worked on some stuff in the inner circle, whatnot. It's not even been 2 hours, and I'm already on my way to the, I gotta be careful what words I use in here, to the Second Amendment store. Practice my Second Amendment. Because the laws here are a lot cooler than Maryland. In Maryland, though, you can be 18, walk into a store, come out with without any, same day I walked out with my Call of Duty brow within the same day. But when it comes to a pew-pew, this type of pew-pew, here though, you have to be, I think, 21. You can go without having to do any classes or anything. You can walk out and get it. And then if you want to get the concealed pew-pew, you do a 2-hour class, which I'm about to do on Saturday, versus in Maryland, it was an all-day class. It was 2 classes, 2 separate ones. So here it's a lot more chill. So I'm finally getting my first little pew-pew to practice my Second Amendment right, which I'm very fond of and I love about this country. I swear I don't take my gun shirt in school had Uncle Sam on it back when I was in high school. I used to get in trouble for it, but a big supporter of it. I never understood the people who are like so against it. Oh, let's make it harder for a law-abiding citizen to get a weapon to protect himself. Like, bro, it's like this stupid ass policy. Who's gonna be the ones who's not gonna care? People who already break the law. They're not gonna give a shit about how strict you make gun laws. They want to get one, they're gonna get one. There's already so many in circulation, it's pretty easy to get one without having to get it legally. So like, you're just making it harder for a law-abiding citizen like us or me to protect ourselves. We gotta even the playing field. I'm a law-abiding citizen. You can trust me. You can trust me if I had to be in an environment where something bad was happening, where a lawbreaker was using it in the way he's not supposed to be, that me as a law-abiding citizen is going to use that shit for good. Take his ass out from my rebirth resurgence training using my Car 98K. They just added back in a rebirth. Shout out to the developers of COD. I will be streaming that soon. But yeah, love y'all.